Hey guys, welcome back to the DeClerc Homestead. I am finally getting around to stringing up my onions today. Yes, stringing them, not braiding them. And I will tell you why I don't braid them in a little bit. But if you have some onions that you grew this year that you want to store in a root cellar or in your pantry, this is a super simple way to do it. There's not much that's really required. You're gonna need a hay string or some type of string and some scissors or even just a knife, and start by trimming your onions to a 6 or an 8-inch stem. I have had my onions drying here on the porch for over a month now, so they're plenty ready. If you find any that have some green stalks in them, make sure that you pick those ones out and you use them right away. Don't try to store them long term. So you'll attach the bottom onion to your string by going through the middle of the two strings and just wrapping that stem around a few different times. You're not going to have to knot it in any way. You're just wrapping it around. And then for the remainder of your onions going up on the string, you're going to go around both strings. And what you need to do is just wrap the stem around underneath the onion itself. And what's going to hold it in place is the weight of that onion. So all of the onions that are on this strand are not reliant on each other like they would be in a braid to stay on the string. So you can take one off from anywhere on the strand and all of the other ones are still going to stay in place. And that's all there is to it. You just work your way up and try to kind of line it up so that they fill in the gaps in between each other. Two reasons why I love this method versus braiding them is that number one, onions, unlike garlic, are a lot heavier and their stems just aren't quite as strong in my experience as garlic stems, especially soft-necked garlic stems. So a lot of times your onions can break off or you just can't get a very long braid. So you can store more onions in a smaller amount of space with this method. The other thing I like about it is, like I mentioned, you can take off an onion from anywhere on this strand and use it. Two quick tips though I will add is that this method unfortunately doesn't work well for those softball sized onions. They're just too heavy. So you can do it, you're just not going to make it quite as long. Then the other tip to note is that you want to make sure that you are only filling it up as heavy as you are able to carry, because you can't really lay it down once you have completed your whole strand. If you lay it down, it kind of gets cockeyed and it doesn't pick up and they can fall off as easily. So I always carry mine directly to the root cellar or directly to the pantry and I hang it right up when I'm done with it. But other than that, it's pretty foolproof. Sometimes I do all of my strands the same type of onion. Sometimes I do them a little bit of a mixture just so that I have some of each. But I hope this was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comments. I love gardening. I grow a lot of food for our family. And if you didn't know, I have an ebook that talks all about ways to manage the weeds in your garden easier, especially as a mom of 7 with a lot of other things going on at our homestead. I don't have time to deal with weeds. So if that's something that you struggle with, definitely go and check it out from the link in my profile. Otherwise, that's all I have for today. Hope you guys have a great one. I will talk to you soon.